Good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome to our first practice together, first morning practice together of 2021. Glad we've all made it. Glad to have you guys join us again for this practice, which will focus on a lot of things. Focus sort of on the idea of setting intentions for the year. We're going to be focusing on our root chakra, the muladhara, and just giving us a chance to begin again, to begin nice and fresh. So I'm glad you've joined us today. We're going to go ahead and get started in a seated position. I invite you to bring some props to your space, but not in a way that's encumbering or crowding, just in a way that you feel they're accessible when you want them or need them. And so I'm going to lay our little chakra map out here for you. We're going to be making our way through our chakras over the next few weeks. And we're starting where it all begins in the root. So I invite you to root down through that sacred space of the body, the base of the spine, the perineum. I like to sit upon a blanket. It's a little softer for me than a block, but a block gives a nice lift as well. Maybe you have a pillow or a sturdy cushion from the couch that's become a yoga prop for you. If you'd like to start your playlist, now's a good time, and then leave your phone to the side so you're not fussing with it. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, feel that settling. Feel the body rooting right down into the earth, that welcome embrace that is always available to you. Maybe take the shoulders up toward the ears and roll them back and down. Do that a few times if necessary to create a little space. Then take that left palm, flip it up to the sky, cross it over the body, landing on your right thigh, and then place your right palm on top of the left. So the palms are kissing, the fingers sort of hug the edges of the hands. This is your Sankalpa Mudra. This is a promise to welcome new beginnings with attention, acceptance, with purpose. As we begin our practice, we begin to think about the year ahead and the push to set goals and make resolutions and look for quick fixes to our bodies, because social media tells us we're not good enough, we don't look right. And I invite you to let all that go, to quiet the outside voices that are trying to tell you you're not enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not good enough, you're not thin enough, you're not this, you're not that. And return back to the essential truth that you are enough. Your life is filled with abundance. The universe provides for you. You have enough. You are enough. And just as you are today, you are absolutely complete. So rather than spending our energy and our money on these quick fixes, why not just spend some time sitting with ourselves, diving in and really exploring the wholeness of our being. This Sankalpa Mudra reminds us to come back to the essential nature, our loving presence, to make a commitment to ourselves to live with purpose and passion, and to be awake and aware of every moment that we live. Notice our life unfolding as we're in it, letting nothing pass us by. And sure, there will be challenges, but through our practice, we learn to weather them with ease. Think of a sankalpa as a seed. And as you invite your root, your own root, the root of your own energetic, emotional, and physical presence here through your muladhara, feel yourself begin to plant your seed and grow your roots. So begin to connect with your own personal garden here. What is it that you would like to plant? What is it that you would like to see flourish? With dedicated attention, energetic movement, mindful breath, all of these seeds that you plant will begin to grow, begin to flourish, begin to bear fruit. But you don't pick the fruit the same day you plant the seed, so it does require patience. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. One more big inhale. And full exhale. Beautiful. We're going to release that mudra, letting the palms free. Reach the arms up overhead. Clasp the fingers and flip the palms up to the sky, honoring the bright light, the sun, the warmth, the heat that the universe offers to us, feeling that as part of the package of abundance. And then start to reach over to the right side, opening up the left side body. Breathe back up through center and start to reach over to the left. Beautiful. Come right back up to center. Release the arms. Take a twist to the right this time. Rooting one hand on the knee, the other behind. Sitting up tall through the crown of the head. Twisting a little deeper. Take a big breath. Let it go. Keep your left hand crossed over to the right knee. Bring that right hand over to the left. See what you can do to crisscross right across the center of your body and round the spine. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. Feel a nice opening in the spine through the back body, compressing into the front body. One more breath. And then as you inhale, we're going to flourish. Lift those arms up to the sky. Open up, pressing the heart up and forward. Sensing all the blessings of this moment right here. One more big breath. And then twist to your left. Sit up nice and tall. Look over the shoulder. Honoring your body exactly how it is today. Maybe it feels a little bit different today than it did a few weeks ago. You're wearing all of the, energetically and physically, you're wearing all of the celebrations that you enjoyed over the past few weeks. So really relish that. All right, from here, keep the right hand on the left knee. Left hand crosses over the right knee. Once again, that crisscross right at the heart space and round the spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Take a big breath in. On the next inhale, start to unfurl, flourishing once again, opening up to the abundance of the universe. And then roll right over to table position. And start to move any way that feels right for you today. You may want to use your blanket underneath your knee if your knees are feeling a little tender. Just muting everyone. I ask that you stay muted during practice if that's all right with you, unless you need me. So really exploring the wholeness of your mat, the wholeness of your sacred practice space today, forwards and backwards. Let this be a little pre-assessment, just giving you a chance to notice how the body feels. Maybe you've been practicing every day. Maybe you haven't practiced at all. Maybe you've been enjoying some other activities that are waking up parts of the body that you hadn't used in a while. So just let this be a time to notice how the body feels. Take 2 more breaths, exploring. And please remember that our asana practice is not an aesthetic practice, not when we're practicing together here. It's a functional practice. So everything should feel good in your body. You know you have the invitation to stay somewhere as long as you'd like. Just make sure you're breathing into the wholeness of your being. All right, from here, return back to a nice table position. So you feel the firm foundation, feel the grounding, spreading the fingers, and then flex the feet so the toes drive down. Begin to lift the hips into your downward facing dog. Allow the feet to explore different positions. Maybe they go a little wider as the heels melt, or they come a little narrow. Just noticing what that offers to the legs. You can do the same with the hands, maybe widening the stance of the hands a little bit, even turning the wrists in and out, playing around with different sensations up to the arms and the shoulders. Yeah, and then find your way into your most comfortable downward facing dog. Feeling the tailbone reach up toward the sky. Feel the breath filling up the body, and then let it all go. Gently moving the head a little bit side to side, front to back. Take a big breath in and let your breath go. Beautiful. Look up to the thumbs and walk the feet to the hands, finding a nice dangling shape, a forward fold. Walk the hands around to the right side, keeping the feet pointing forward. Just notice the stretch you offer into that left side IT band. And then walk the hands back through center and over to the left. And then just make your way back and forth and let the fingers hang heavy into the earth. Just again, you're tilling the soil. Fertile soil upon which you stand is there, ready to receive your sankalpa. Notice the sensation of the ground on your fingertips. Yeah, take 2 more breaths, maybe bending one knee as you Move in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Come back to center. Inhale halfway, hands right to the shins, gazing down at that fertile garden. And be sure to check in every once in a while to notice if any weeds are cropping up. And the toxic thoughts that we host, those repetitive thoughts often, those thoughts of judgment and criticism. Keep plucking those out so that your sankalpa has room to grow in a healthy environment. Take another big breath in and exhale, fold. On the next inhale, rise all the way up. Bring your hands right to your heart. Inhale, arms rise. And halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth, left foot steps back, coming into a low lunge. Drop the left knee, untuck the toe, and sweep up into your low crescent. Take a big breath in. Then bring your hands right to your thighs and just notice if you can soften the shoulders and invite the tailbone down a little bit deeper toward the earth. Feel that extension in the left side hip. Take another. Bring the hands to frame the foot, then shift the hips back into a half split. So rock right onto that right heel. Melt your belly and chest down towards your leg. Soften the gaze. Take another breath. And then shift right into that right foot. Lift the left knee. Step forward, forward. Once again. Inhale all the way up, rising taller. Hands together, float right to the heart. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, bow. Beautiful. Halfway lift, strong, long spine. Hands to the earth, right foot steps back, finding that long lunge shape. Drop the right knee, untuck the right toes, sweep up. Big breath in. And then hands float right to the thigh. Just offering gentle pressure here to guide you a little bit deeper into this hip opening. Soften the face, soften the shoulders. One more breath. And hands to the earth, shift back, half split. Yes, big breath in. Complete breath out. Clearing away the weight. Float back into that left foot, lift the right knee. Step forward, forward fold. Up you go, nice and tall, rising above. Hands to the heart, making that promise to be present for yourself. Inhale up. Exhale, float down into a fold. Nice. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth, step both feet back, high plank. Drop the knees or keep them lifted. Untuck the toes, the knees drop. Elbows bend, chaturanga. Heart kisses the earth. Inhale, lift through the heart. Feel it shining, drawing forward. And exhale, child's pose. Bring that third eye right to the earth, stimulating that ajna chakra, the energy of wisdom and intuition, so that you can always remember to dive in and decide what to do based on what you know is right for you. You're the only one that holds that wisdom. So all these voices from the outside telling you you need to be different, just don't listen to them. You know the truth. Big breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Shift back into your table position and begin to grow into your downward facing dog. And you tend, if you practice a lot, you tend to come into the same dog every time. That's why I invite you to shake things up a little bit, stimulate that beginner's mind, and do it a little differently. Just shifting the feet a little wider or the hands a little wider changes the experience. So get comfortable with not falling into these default patterns in the new year. Try something new. Make a small little adjustment and just notice if that serves you better. Maybe it doesn't. Big breath in. Full breath out. Look to the front of the mat. Step or hop feet to hands. Grow tall. Standing up nice and tall. Hands to the heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth. Left foot steps back, low lunge. Right foot joins high plank. Lower down to the earth. Mwah. Kiss the earth. And then rise above, lifting the heart. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Moving through sun salutations. Big breath in. Full breath out. Look to the front, step or hop feet to hands. Rise. Go a little taller. And hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Yes. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway, long, strong spine. Hands to the earth, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot joins, high plank. Lower down, taking your time. And then press away, lift up, soften the shoulders, lift the ribs up away from the pelvis. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe and release. 2 more sun salutations, 1 on each side. Look forward. Step, hop, arrive, rise, and surrender. Halfway lift. Step left foot back into that low lunge. Right foot joins, high plank. Yes. Lower down, greet the earth. And then press in, rise up, heart opener. Back to downward facing dog. And your full breath, that nourishing, cleansing, healing breath. And let it go. Weed your garden. Step or jump, front to the mat. Rise up. Hands to heart. Inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Halfway. Step right foot back, low lunge. Left foot joins, high plank. Beautiful. Lower down. Maybe upward facing dog. Maybe you're ready to downward facing dog. Breathe. And let it go. Look to the front, step or hop. Let's go. Rise all the way up and right into your chair pose. Just because the holiday celebrations are over doesn't mean we can't keep dancing in our chair. We can dance all year long, and we will. So find your steadiness, your sturdiness, and feel your root driving down toward the earth. Big breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Shift into the right foot. Step your left foot back into warrior one. So step the left foot out a little bit wider, a different lane of traffic, and invite your hips to point forward. Yes, I love it. All the adjustment. You're there for yourself. Take a big breath in. Then interlace hands behind the back. Bring the palms to kiss. Open up to the heart. Feel those fists slide down beneath the sacrum. And then just check in. Do you feel the connection to the earth through both feet? Can you sink the tailbone a little deeper toward the earth? You feel your heart energy showering your space, your community, your universe with love and appreciation. Take another breath. And then we humbly bow down, bringing the right shoulder toward the right knee, softening through the crown of the head, releasing the ears from the shoulders, gazing down upon our garden. Sending love, patience, kindness, weeding out resentment. Yes, take one more breath. And then slowly begin to rise up, release the bind, arms float up to the sky, step forward to the top of the mat, big breath in, exhale, fold, halfway lift, flat back, fold again, really decompressing through the spine here with that fold, and then rise all the way up, back to chair pose on the exhale, feeling strong, feeling present, feeling aware. Take a big breath. Yes, life is not without challenges, but we can weather those storms by reconnecting to our loving presence and our practices that help us to not react and not attach, just to notice. One more big breath. And then step back, the right foot coming into your warrior one. Adjusting as you care to. You guys look awesome. I love it. Take a big breath in. Bring the hands to weave in a different way behind the back. Always looking to shake things up. Get our attention. Try something new. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lifting the rib cage. Dipping the hips. Just looking out into the sky. Thinking about possibilities, potential. The vastness, the abundance, it's all there for you. One more breath. And then humbly bow down, gazing back into the eye of your garden. Checking in with your sankalpa, and make sure that every thought that crosses your mind, every word that exits your mouth, it's all in keeping with your personal intention. One more breath. Begin to rise. Release the bind. Inhale up. Step forward, nice tall Urdhva tall. And then exhale into your forward fold. There we go. Halfway lift, flat back. We're going to plant the hands to go through a flow. Maybe you're hopping back into chaturanga or stepping back into your high plank. Take your time. Remember that each shape serves a purpose. It's not just a transition. Make your way to downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to go through our Virabhadrasana. I'm sorry, not Virabhadrasana. Look how out of shape of teaching I am. We're going to go through our sun salutation, B, Surya Namaskar B, so that we can get a little heat moving in the body and continue to feel the grounding and the uplift at the same time. Take a big breath in and let a breath go. On the inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps behind the right wrist, warrior one. Ground down, rise up. As you exhale, hands behind the back, open the heart. And exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, left heel high. Step forward behind the wrist, warrior one. Plant those feet. Lift up, yes, tailbone sinks. Hands behind the back, different clasp. Heart lifts. And heart bows down, humble warrior. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, high to low. Beautiful. Look to the front of the mat. Feet arrive to the hands. Up you go. Chair pose. Breathe in and fold. halfway lift, hands to the earth. If you've not yet ever practiced a jumping back, just get a little soft and buoyant in the knees and the elbows, and just see what happens if you shoot the legs back, landing with the elbows bent. Maybe play around with it a few times and work your way back toward your downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. We're going to add on. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Hover the shoulders over the wrists. Beautiful. Inhale, send that straight back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg goes up. Exhale, right knee across to the left elbow. And then as you lift that right leg back up, open the hip and decide if you'd like to flippity flip. Flip your dog. Just here for one breath. If you flip, look where you're going. Rotate those feet nice and safely. Back to three-legged dog. And then step the right foot behind the right wrist. Warrior one. Big breath in. Hands bind. Heart opens. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale. Here's another change. We're going to lift up and then shift into a bound warrior three. So look forward. Build trust and stability as you lift the left leg. We'll hang here for just a few breaths. Just enough for you to build that trust within your body. And know if you're feeling unstable, drop the toes, touch a wall. Use what you have to help you. Take one more breath. And then step the left foot to meet the right. Keep the arms bound if that serves you. Lift up and then sink right into your chair pose. We're going to turn this into a drinking bird because your garden is so fruitful and beautiful and lush and verdant, and we throw all my other garden adjectives in there. There's a lot of nectar forming right in the mouth of each flower, and your birds are coming, the butterflies are coming. So bring your chest to your thigh and then begin to lift the heels and invite your beak to sip that sweet nectar. Just reaping a little bit of the benefit of your garden here. You can keep rooting down, bending the knees even deeper. Go as deep as you'd like to go. 2 more breaths. And then release the arm bind. We're going to come up into standing on our tippy toes. Testing our balance here. Lift those heels nice and high. Firm up the thighs. Settle your gaze, steady your mind. 1 more breath. And the heels release, come into a fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth. Take your flow. Very nice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take some time to scan the body. Just notice what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. If you haven't practiced yoga over the past 2 weeks, tomorrow or the next day you may feel a little sore, which just reminds you of the benefits of the practice. Take a big breath. Let it go. All right, left side, inhale, left heel to the sky. Left knee to left elbow, hover forward, really feel the core engage. Inhale, left leg extends, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send that leg straight up. And exhale, left knee to the right elbow. And as that left leg extends, lift it, bend it, maybe flip it. If you are flipped, look where you're going. Flip back over, three-legged dog. Step the left foot behind the left wrist. Root down, rise up, warrior one. Hands behind the back, heart opens. Bow down, humble warrior. Rise back up Start to float and fly, shifting into the left foot, warrior 3. So make sure that left lifted leg is really engaged. That helps with stability alongside the gaze and a lot of positive thinking, maybe a smile. Yes, one more breath. Beautiful. Step the right to meet the left. Take a big breath and sink right into your chair. Right back into drinking bird. Maybe the heels lift. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Look how your garden is growing. One more breath here. And then release the arm bind. Stay on the balls of your feet as you rise back up to that nice, controlled, tall shape. We don't have many opportunities to wear high heels anymore. So this is good for our calves. One more breath. And bring the feet flat down to the earth, hands back to the heart. Taking a moment to sense the breath. Notice if any weeds have cropped into your garden. Any stories that you are believing about yourself. Remember to come back to your mantra, connecting with your wholeness, the abundance that the universe offers you, and the abundance that you offer back to the universe. You are enough. Big breath. Through the mouth, cleanse it out. Seal the lips. Start to shift into your left foot. Bring your right knee up towards your chest, a little balancing shape. And then finding tree pose as you externally rotate that right hip, planting the right foot upon the left leg, above or below the knee. If you'd like to grow the branches, another option is to rest your wrists one on top of the other on top of the crown of your head. And feel the shoulders melt down. This is a nice passive slackening into the trapezius muscles, a place where perhaps you become tight and tense, hold stress. This is a way to give a little relaxation to those muscles. Feel yourself grow a little bit taller, inviting that abundant energy right through your own energetic meridians. Take one more breath. And then release your arms. We're going to lift that right knee back up to center and then cross thigh over thigh for our eagle bind. And as you do that, try to resist the hips swiveling to the left. Keep everything hugging right into the midline. Shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. And then bring that right arm underneath the left, crossing at the elbows, greeting at the palms. Finding some space between the elbows and the nose. Maybe just noticing the slight roundness of the upper back. Squeeze. Really engaging that pelvic floor here, feeling the muladhara, the root chakra, tended to, nourished. Feeling the compression, which offers nice supply of blood flow once we release. Really squeeze, breathe. One more breath. And then slowly start to unpeel that shape. Come back to your mountain pose. Resting back into the safety and stability of both feet grounded. Spine lifted. heart compassionately glowing. And then let's take it to the other side. So shifting into the right foot, invite your left knee up. Externally rotate, plant the foot, and the leg is responding back nice and firmly, stably. Same options with the arms. You can lift them. You can relax the traps. You can keep them at the heart. Just keep imagining, though, that you are something growing from your own garden. So keep feeling that upward trajectory, that lift. Take another breath. Nice. We're going to start making our way into the eagle bind. So the left knee comes to wrap over the right thighs, hug. Feeling the, that engagement right through the pelvic floor. Right into muladhara. Left arm under the right. You can always hug elbows if this bind isn't serving you. Maybe you sink deeper into the chair, building a little bit more heat in the legs. Breathe in. One more breath. And let it go. Unwind. Back to your mountain. Take a big breath. Come back into a dangling shape. Just hang, let the head hang. Come back to your garden, just letting the fingers graze the earth once again. Nice. Plucking out any weeds you notice have tried to pop up, strangling your roots. Always be on the lookout. All right, take a big breath in, halfway lift. Hands to the earth, step the left foot back. Drop the knee. We're going to come into a twist here. So reach the right arm up to the sky. An option here to come into a little twisted dragon. So if you want to put the right hand on the right knee, pressing that knee out to the side, feeling a hip opener, that's one option. Another is let the knee open to the side and bend the back knee, reaching around for a bind on the ankle. If it becomes too much into that left hand, bring a block to the mat and come on down to your left forearm. So any way you want to twist, any way you want to bind, dive into the different options for sensations here. Maybe your shape has a little bit of dynamic movement to it or pulsing, and maybe you're static. What serves you best? I'm going to take 2 more breaths. If you have a bind, release it. We're going to come back into center. Step the right knee back to meet the left, right into a nice tabletop position. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, thread the right underneath the left, coming into a twist. Bring the right shoulder down to the earth. If you have the blanket close by, maybe your head rests on the blanket. So feeling the twist in your thoracic spine here. The hips stay stable, stacked over the knees. You can bring that left hand around looking for a bind, or simply use the hand to press into the earth, feeling more depth in the twist. 2 more breaths. From here, press that left hand into the earth. Start to peel the right arm up to the sky. And then release back down. Come right into your downward facing dog. And make a slow walk, feet to hands. Inhale all the way up. Exhale back to fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the earth, right foot steps back. Drop the knee, untuck the toe. Coming here now into a twist. So left arm up. Maybe using that left hand to press the knee open to that winged dragon shape. Maybe your twisted dragon. Taking a bind behind you. Coming down to the forearm if the wrists are screaming at you. Listen to the messaging of your body. It's very wise. The messaging of your body knows much more about you and what's best for you than the messaging from the TV and the commercials and social media. So let that be what you listen to. Two more breaths. Release your binds, come back to center, stepping that left knee back into a table position. And then the left arm goes up to the sky. Weave it underneath, thread the needle, release the left shoulder down. Same options here. What do you need here? What do you want? Do you want a bind? How would you like to deepen the twist? You can challenge your balance, extending that right leg. You can also extend the right leg, take a bind with the right hand on the right ankle. Take a big breath and let it go. And we're going to come out of this, peeling that left arm up to the sky. And then bring the hands right down. From here, step one leg back, then the other, high plank. From high plank, forearm plank. Really honor the grounding. Lengthening in the spine, contracting through the legs. Take another breath. And then melt the body down, lifting the ribs, just root down through the pubis and the thighs, coming into your Sphinx pose. When anyone asks for a twist, I always have to take them to my absolute favorite twist in the whole world. So that's where we're going to go right now. So here we are. We're going to bring, let's see which way we want to start. Bring your right knee up towards your right elbow. Coming into that half frog shape. And then your left hand is going to go underneath your right arm, bringing your left shoulder down to the earth once again. And again, if you have a blanket, it makes a nice little pillow here. We're going to take that right arm and open it up. Deep, deep spinal twist here. Don't go any further than your body wants you to go today. Once you've tried to get both shoulders to the earth, and know that that's just a target, but not necessarily achievable today. Your left hand can go right on the right knee. If that right arm is floating, I invite you to bring a bend to the elbow and the fingers right on the rib cage, and just use the fingers to spin the right ribs open as you press the right knee down. And here we are, we're in a twist. So notice the breath, really honoring the breath. Twists are so, so good for spinal health, for organ health. It compresses muscles and tissues all along the spaces of the twist. So in this case, the spine. And when we untwist, it sends a really nice, fresh supply of oxygenated blood, new, healthy, fresh blood right into the spaces that we're compressing. Two more breaths. I know, I don't want it to end either. But all good things must, right? So slowly, gingerly make your way back into a neutral spine on your side, clapping your right hand to your left hand. And then begin to straighten that right leg behind you and release your left arm. Come down onto full belly, just a full prostrate shape here. Stack the palms. Bring your right cheek to the backs of your palms and feel that rooting sensation once again through the whole body. Really notice every square inch of you that's connected to the earth. What a blessing. And then we begin to grow the shape on the other side. First step is to start to bend the left knee, sliding it up toward the elbow. Bring the forearms back to the earth into that Sphinx shape. Weave the right arm underneath the left so the right shoulder comes to the earth. Make a pillow for yourself. And then open up that left arm. And you'll know when you've hit your limit. Adjusting the shoulders. If that left arm isn't grounded, then ground it on your own rib cage, using the fingers to help spin the rib cage open while the right hand presses down into the left knee. Gentle press, just a little reminder to kiss the earth with the knee. Of course, you can always put a block underneath that knee or a blanket or anything else that'll help you feel tethered. The grounding is just as important in the shape as the twisting. When we feel rooted and grounded, when our muladhara energy is really alive and balanced, we feel safe. We feel secure, both in our relationships and in financial matters. And it helps us to build a foundation of trust upon which everything is built, trusting ourselves, trusting others, trusting the universe to provide. Two more breaths. All right, slowly start to unwind, returning back to neutral, slowly, mindfully, carefully. Once you come back to this shape, this prone shape, stack the palms, bring your left cheek down to the little pillow. Feel the softening of the sacrum, feel the lumbar release. And then very slowly, palms to the earth, we're going to round up into a cat shape. So draw the navel up toward the spine, create a little arch in your back. And swing those legs out in front of you. Come down into, we're going to take a butterfly shape before Shavasana. So this is another really nice shape for reminding us of that rooting sensation, really feeling the perineum draw down, sit bones draw down, tailbone draw down. Palms, I'm sorry, these aren't your palms. These are the soles of your feet draw together, and experiment with sending the heels closer or further away from your pubis to bring different sensations. You can slide blocks or blankets under the knees if you feel like you need support in the hips. And we're going to take a yin-like shape tonight where we're not finding rigidity in the spine, we're not lifting length in the spine, we're going to round and flex into the spine. And we'll just we'll hold this for just a minute and then come down to Shavasana. A reminder that my time management skills get a little loosey-goosey when I'm not practicing in the studio, so we will have a full Shavasana. Hopefully you all will be able to join us until 8:35 this morning, or 9:35 this morning. Yep, we're good. So when you're ready, just start to bring your chest down toward the earth. Let the shoulders relax. If you want, bring the palms to face the sky, so the backs of the hands are down to the earth. Once again, opening to receive to the abundance that is offered to you, the earth, the air, the wind, the ether, the bright light, the warmth. It's all there for the taking. Maybe the chin draws toward the chest. Maybe you envision this bright glow of red from your root. Take 5 more breaths here. When you're ready, slowly inviting the spine back to neutral. Draw the knees together. Wrap your arms around your shins. Tuck your head down towards your knees. Feel the embrace. Say some kind words to yourself. Remembering that each time you post an unpleasant thought about yourself, criticize yourself, it's like a weed strangling your intention, your sankalpa. And each time you say something kind and loving, supportive about yourself, showering yourself with the self-compassion that you are so worthy of, just it's like a little extra nourishment for the seeds in your garden. Take one more breath. And then very slowly start to unwrap the body, making your way down into your final rest. And once you arrive here in the supine shape, maybe you notice that the lower back is a little tender. You can slide something underneath the knees. If you'd like to offer a little incline or recline, you can slide a bolster underneath the spine. Come into a shape that's sustainable for you as you arrive into stillness and silence, into the essence of your being. In out of the way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside of you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? And then the delight, when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease and risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. John O'Donohue, For a New Beginning. This moment is your new beginning, so begin to breathe into it. Begin to move into it. Sense your wholeness right here and now. Roll over to one side, just as if you are the seed in your garden. Feel yourself rooted down to the earth, welcomed, embraced, nourished. And then begin to rise. Rise up to a seated position. Bring hands right to your heart space. Invite a breath in and then let it go. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with all of us today. It's always such a delight to welcome you to practice. The love, the light in me honors the love and the light, shining, glistening, glowing in each of you. Namaste. I hope you continue to connect with your abundance today and every day. And I look forward to seeing you guys again on Wednesday. Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Know that in addition to the free Wednesday class, there will be the free Thursday night classes start this week. Thanks to the Crystal City, well, not Crystal City anymore. The National Landing Bid is sponsoring Happy Hour Thursday classes. That's every Thursday night for the next 10 weeks at 5:30 p.m. And then my $10 Yummy Yen for 10 will resume on Sunday. So we have a few more of those coming up as well. So all of the links are found on eatyogadrink.com. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate your generosity. I know many of you have offered donations, and as always grateful. I'm always grateful. It's always welcomed. But this class is offered to you for free. So enjoy the gift. You guys are certainly a gift to me as well.